Hello, this is David Allen and you are watching Sporting Icons.
So, this was the 16th professional fight of British heavyweight prospect in Nathan Gorman. And he took on a fight with 3 days' notice against Kevin Kingpin Johnson, who's been around the block on several occasions, being in with some of the biggest names in sport at heavyweight, such as Vitaly Klitschko and Anthony Joshua. His last fight with Daniel Dubois. The list goes on. So Kevin Johnson knows his way around the ring. And Nathan Gorman took on Kevin Johnson with 3 days' notice. Of course, Nathan Gorman was always going to be on this card in Leicester on the Frank Warren show, but against somebody else. And with 3-4 days left, his opponent gets pulled out. Kevin Johnson gets put in. So this was always going to be a tough fight for him. And Kevin Johnson knows how to survive in the ring. We've seen that against Daniel Dubois. He doesn't throw too many punches, but he knows how to defend himself and to not get knocked out. That's not to say he's never been knocked out before. So this was always going to be a bit of a tough test for Nathan Gorman, that's for sure, to get the stoppage victory. And get stoppage victory, much like Daniel Dubois didn't, Nathan Gorman also didn't. And in fact, he went the full 10 rounds. And I've seen some comments of people flying around on social media how Nathan Gorman didn't look very good. He looked pretty slow, a bit sluggish, like he had no kind of urgency about him. Daniel Dubois would walk through him. Now, one fight ago, it was the complete opposite way around, because Daniel Dubois, he went the distance with Kevin Johnson, and Nathan Gorman walked through his opponent. So, of course, people were saying Nathan Gorman was going to walk through Daniel Dubois. Now, Daniel Dubois, he gets through Razvan Kajanu, no problem. Nathan Gorman goes a distance with Kevin Johnson. People saying opposite now. Now, for me, I'm just glad that he got some rounds in, to be honest, and was only 3-4 days' notice of an opponent who's been around the block a lot and does know how to survive. I have no issues with it. I'm not going to criticise his performance. Yes, we could say that arguably he should have a bit more in the tank, as he's looking a lot leaner, a lot trimmer now with Nathan Gorman. For quite a long time, Nathan Gorman, he was carrying a bit of excess baggage, wasn't he? But now he's looking more like an athlete. Okay, so when that happens, you do kind of look and think, oh, okay, then so he's going to have a lot of energy about him, probably a lot more power and a lot more urgency. In this one, not so much. But ultimately, listen, he gets the win, he moves forward, and as I said, will he fight Daniel Dubois next? It seems that these two are kind of like trading opponents at the minute until these two get it on. But will this fight happen? Don't know. I would imagine probably yes. Now, I know that Frank Warren and Daniel Dubois said that they would accept the Joe Joyce fight after the British Boxing Board of Control have ordered it for the British heavyweight title. Of course, the Commonwealth will be on the line as well. But will they really? Is it just talk? Don't know. Really don't know. Listen, I'm cool with Daniel Dubois taking on Joe Joyce or Nathan Gorman. Either one. And in both of those fights, I'll be sat on the fence. As to who wins, not really bothered about. I'm just interested in the fight. But as far as this fight goes with Nathan Gorman, listen, nothing to read into it. As I said, 3 days notice. Had he had a 8-week camp to prepare for Kevin Johnson and put on this performance, I'll be honest, I'll be pretty critical about it. But because he only had 3 days notice, I'm not going to be critical. The important thing was he got rounds in, which only helps him in the future. And that's all you can really ask for, isn't it? Anyway, I mean, that's my thoughts on it. For those of you who watched it, obviously drop your thoughts below. If you haven't watched it, I'll put a link to the full fight from its official platform of BT Sport, which they have uploaded it here on YouTube. So I'll give you a link in the description box of this video so you can go watch it. But before you go over there, click the thumbs up to this video and of course subscribe. Catch you all on the next video.